In today's fix, we are going to be focusing on something which I believe is incredibly important for golf development. Okay, something which is quite often overlooked and something which is a huge part of my coaching, both online and in person. We're going to be focusing on the body. We're going to be focusing on the pivot and the way of which you move. I'm just going to educate you, giving you not one, not two, but as always, three great drills here to really help with body movement. And I'm designing these drills to really help you train at home, at the office, wherever. So we don't necessarily need to be on the range or at the golf course. Okay, so pivot. So we're going to be really focusing on the way of which you move in the golf swing. I'm just going to be talking to you a little bit about where the pressure trace is going to move from the feet. I'm going to talk to you about the way of which we're going to rotate, and just going to give you some nice little reference points from there. So before we begin, we just need to have a short conversation here about posture. So number one, we're going to talk about the way of which we're going to stand before we start going through any of these drills. So I'd like you to stand up tall with your eyes just above your eye line, hands behind the back, legs straight, shoulders, hips, knees, ankles, all in line. Okay, awesome. Now from here, just going to unlock the knees. So if you look down, I can perhaps see maybe half my shoes. And from there, just going to tilt forwards from the hips. So just tilting forwards from the hips. And you'll see here, I'm just rocking here. I'm going to really get my body weight right on the balls of the feet. So not in the toes, not in the heels, right on the balls of the feet. The second challenge for today, once I've adopted this position, so again, tilt, up tall, unlock, tilt forwards, body weight right in the balls of the feet. Feet pointing out approximately 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Now from here, cross the hands to the shoulders. So what I want you to do now, this is moving into tip number 2. I want to see if you can rotate your chest without moving your pelvis, without moving the lower body at all. The head staying super, super still. So can you just rotate your upper body? Okay, awesome. Next level, from here now, keeping your chest absolutely still, I want to see if you're able now to rotate your pelvis. Okay, now this is going to give us the key here to any problems that you may be experiencing with your movement. So we're going to see golfers in particular for the second phase here, going for the pelvis, that we're going to see a lot of lateral side to side rather than actual rotation taking place. So I'm just going to turn my back on you. So we're going to go chest only. Then we're going to go pelvis only. So we can see there how I'm rotating the pelvis, keeping the head absolutely still. It's crucial in golf when we see these great players, the way that they disassociate. So it's not a case of we just turn everything one way and turn everything the other way. We need to have this form of disassociation. So so now we're ready to go through these pivot drills. So again, it's taking the same setup position. I'm going to look directly into the camera, and from here I want to really focus on turning my chest to complete my backswing. You'll notice from here that my chest is turning approximately twice the amount of my pelvis. Also notice from here that I'm not moving too much from side to side. For this exercise, I'm just going to take an alignment stick, put it through my belt hoops to identify pelvis rotation. I'm also going to take an alignment stick, pop it across the center of my chest. From here, as I make the backswing, as I rotate in the backswing, we can see from here that my chest, in the chest approximately, say 85 to 90 degrees, and approximately from there, my pelvis there is moving like half of that, 35 to 45 degrees. So if I go from here, rotating the chest, I'm rotating the pelvis. 2 sticks here is a great way to see how much or how little you're actually able to turn. Now, with regards to the pressure trace here, as I'm actually completing the backswing here, the pressure starts off, so balls of the feet. Now the pressure moves in towards the heel of my right shoe. So I'm making my backswing here. I'm moving to the heel of the right foot. So if I spin around from here into the heel of the right foot, you'll notice here a little bit of an extending up the trail leg, but there's not a straightening happening here. I'm not straightening the leg, just extending a little bit up that trail leg. Now for the all-important movement down. So as I start the down, the pressure trace is going to go from the heel to that ball of the foot here. So it's going to go forward into my toes. So it's almost as if I'm going to like do a hop and a jump. Okay, we see these great players using the ground so well. So backswing, so I'm going to focus on upper body turn, moves into the heel, forward into the toe. Now we're going to extend. As we extend up, that's when I want you to feel like you're turning to face the target. So we're going to go backswing, push, extend as we rotate. 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 All the way around. Backswing, push, extend as we rotate. Just great habits here to really help you. The kind of player then who just gets a little bit too much side to side, I've just set 2 alignment sticks up here, and I've positioned these approximately 4 fingers outside of my, my hip joints here. Now from there, adopting the same setup position, as we make the backswing, we see I maintain this space in between the trail hip and the alignment cane. As I actually start down, now I'm moving towards this. I'm going to move towards that lead side, and I'm going to move, push up through the floor. So I'm going to move towards that lead side and then pushing up there as I turn to face. So it's important that we understand when we actually turn, the pelvis and the chest remains pretty much in line as we get to the top of the backswing. When we get to that point of impact now, the pelvis and the chest is approximately, say, 3 to 4 inches closer towards the target than it was at setup position. So that would be my setup position. That's going to be my impact position. If you're using a driver, now there's going to be this element of tilt or side bend here when you address the golf ball. The driver, the pelvis gets further forward when we start in that down. We're actually keeping that side bend with the upper body. So I hope all that makes sense then, guys. So number 1, understanding how we're going to stand to it here. So helping your posture. So up tall, unlock the knees, tilting forward from the hips here. Really trying to find that, get that body weight right in the balls of the feet. Okay, number 2, can you disassociate? So from there, taking that setup position, crossing the hands to the shoulders, upper body only. Can you rotate your chest without moving your pelvis? And then following on from this is, can you rotate your pelvis, keeping the chest absolutely still, the head absolutely still. Okay, now we're ready to pivot. Now, so when we're pivoting, body weight in the balls of the feet, 10 to 2 shoes. From there, we're going to go into the heel. The pelvis and chest remains on top of one another, so we're going to go into the heel, into the ball, extend up as we turn to face. You can see when I'm at that point of impact now, my pelvis and my chest is closer towards the target. It's going to really help me with my ground contact. So these are drills which I really recommend that you should be doing these daily. However, make sure that we're doing these correctly. So I hope all of this makes sense, and I hope you enjoy the drill series. Any questions whatsoever, please don't hesitate to reach out. Happy golfing. Catch you really soon.